been forever. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right, what's going on, everybody? As you can see, I got a boat. There's a boat in the garage. And just like I said with the tackle, it doesn't matter what brand you use. Somebody's going to be upset that you're using that brand. It's inevitable. Like, it's okay if you don't like it. I got a Nitro again. I went back to Nitro. The last boat I had was the Nitro Z21. And this one is a 2023 Nitro Z20. And literally the only reason I went with a Z20, the 21 foot, and I went with the 20 foot, is because of this, the garage. That's literally why I did it. It's so I could fit this boat in the garage better. When I had the Z21, I don't know if you can see this, but I had to like all the way into the corner. I had to back this thing up perfectly, lower the engine a little bit, and then push it over so it would fit past the garage. It was like way out there. Now I got some room. It's easy to push in and out, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a smaller boat solely for that reason. Now, I did go look at other boats. You know, I've had Phoenixes, Ranger, I had an Avid, one of the aluminum Avid boats. I had like an old Skeeter. I had a Bayliner bass boat, like a 1982 Bayliner bass boat, which literally, like, out of all the tournaments I fished, fishing out of that boat, I made the most money. Out of like the worst boat I owned, I made the most money fishing. So let that kind of be a lesson. It really don't matter what you buy, right? It's just go out and have fun, and you're going to win. But I was like, wow, you know, this time around, I want something different. You know, I want to go with a Falcon, actually, because Falcons, I've always wanted a Falcon. But I have a budget, right? I can't like go buy an Icon for like $100,000. I can't even buy an Icon like the cheaper ones that are out now, the VLXs, for like, what, 80? I found one for 80 brand new at Ulrich Marine. Can't afford it. Like 50,000 is my max. That's like what I wanted to go with, like 50,000. So I found a Falcon for 55, and I was like, all right, we can wing that. We can wing that. Let's go check it out. It was loaded. It was kind of new. It only had like 100 something hours on the engine. It had Garmin's up front and on the console. I think it had 2 at the bow. I can't remember. Anyways, I went to go look at it, and boat looked nice. Until you looked underneath it, and it was like, looked like spider webs. It was like the gel coat was just like cracked everywhere, and I was like, I don't know. It was like up by the front of the bow too. Like there was like gel coat cracks all throughout here, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, because like, you know, yeah, like I could get it fixed or whatnot, but what if those are like stress fractures? And I was like, I ain't doing that. Yeah, so I was like, luckily that same day, I was kind of like upset. I was like, man, really wanted that. I really wanted the boat. Tournaments are coming up. I'm going to fish big bass tournaments this year only, and I'm going to fish one like charity tournament. I was kind of like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to get a boat in time to fish the big bass tour on Taylor Rock coming up. And on the way back home from that long drive to go see that Falcon, I saw a buddy of mine posted a boat for sale of his friends, and it was this 2023 Nitro Z20. And I was like, let me go look at it. You know, I love my Nitro. Of all the boats I've owned, Nitro was my favorite. It was smooth riding. The layout inside of it was great. So I was like, I'm going to do it. I went and looked at it, and it was dirty, but, you know, it was just like, it just needed clean. And the guy I bought it from, he was a good dude. You know, it didn't have a hot foot in it either. He put a hot foot in it for me, cleaned it all up. I took it out. I ran it. Ran great. No problems. Good price. Can't complain whatsoever. Now, just like anything else, like, you got to get it situated for yourself. You know, you got to find out, you got to get it where you like it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with this. I've taken it out 3 times, and it's like the first time I've been out in a boat and fished in like a year almost. And man, with all the negativity you hear in bass fishing right now, guess what? There was no negativity those 3 days I was out. Had a great time. The weather was miserable. There wasn't anybody on the lake, but I was having a great time out there, just fishing, you know, just relaxed, having a good time fishing. It didn't matter. Like I had the active target on, yeah, but like I'm not like Drew Gill good at active target, okay, like, or live scope. It doesn't matter. Forward face sonar, it don't matter. I just kind of use it to like, oh look, there's a brush pile, and then I cast in that direction. I don't like target fish, you know. I just use it to find structure. So we're in the boat finally, you know, and I'm having a great time. Now there's some things I got to do with this boat that I got to organize it a little bit better for myself, like lithium batteries. I want to get lithium batteries in there, and that's another hot topic. It's a pointless one. People get upset that you use lithium batteries. It's like, and then there was a lot of controversy about it. It's not good for your starting battery, and people still complain about that, or they're going to catch on fire. It's like, well, I've had lead acid batteries cause more issues than I've never had an issue with lithium batteries at all. Like, one of the things that was about lithium batteries is everybody's like, it makes your boat go faster. It's like, well, maybe, I don't know. That's like, you know, debatable. For me, it's not about the speed of the boat or like the handling of the boat or anything like that. It absolutely makes your whole shot instantaneous. Like there's no bow lift. It's just, you're just gone. Okay. Some people might not like that. Whatever. I think that's good. Your whole shot's instantaneous. The reason I like lithium batteries is because it keeps that power constant throughout the day. Like your lead acid batteries or your AGM batteries, you'll start out the day with 12 volts, but the more you use it, you know, now you've got like 8 volts throughout the day. You know what I mean? Like, and they drain pretty quick. AGMs last a little bit longer than lead acid, but they still drain down and you start to lose power. They're not as strong the less charge that they have. Lithiums will keep the same charge or keep the same voltage out, and the charge lasts longer as well. So like you can get down to like 30% and still have 12 volts. And it takes a while. Like I like my last lithium batteries, I could go like 3-4 days without having to charge them, you know, just like a 3-day tournament, not able to charge, no problem. I'm still rolling, no issue. Lead acid batteries, you know, like I said, I've been on the water 3 days since I purchased this boat, and the batteries I've already needed to jump the starter, and this is like 4 hours of being on the water, right? And when I come back to charge, the trolling motor batteries are like less than half. It's like 4 or 5 hours being on the lake. So I don't like that because like I like going out there and just not having, like, I don't want to worry about batteries. So like batteries I need to change. Carpet's good. Everything's pretty good on this boat. It runs good. You know, it's got power poles. My last boat didn't have power poles. Not that I've had power poles in the past. I had the Raptors, actually, the Minn Kota Raptors. I didn't have them on my Nitro only because when I get out of the garage, like I've got to lower them to get out of the garage and then lift them back up. And where I live, like the people in this neighborhood, they're like horrible. They go like 100 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour zone, and if you're trying to back in your boat or get your boat out, they don't care. They'll just try to like zip around you. It's ridiculous. So, but the power poles, and you know, on Table Rock Lake, the only time you ever really use them is to kind of like you dock your boat waiting for a tournament to start on the shore, because everywhere else is like 100 feet, you know, 60 feet, 80 feet, 24 feet, 30 feet. So you can't use 8-foot power poles in those areas. But when I make these videos going forward, I want to try to do as little editing as possible. because I want it to be not because I want to be lazy and I just want to shove videos out. I want to be more authentic. I don't want to like edit it out so I make myself seem a way that I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, depending on what kind of like social media like you consume, like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Like they're heavily edited, and like a lot of these professionals, a lot of these like, you know, content creators, they've got like a team behind them that's editing their videos, producing their videos, like writing the scripts for their videos, and it's losing its authenticity, you know, and that's how a lot of these guys are just making it on the scene almost immediately. You know, everybody's just filming them, editing for them, like all they're doing is just kind of fishing. So you lose the authenticity, I think, in that. I want to be as authentic as possible. So I'm going to try to edit try to get out the gaps, you know what I mean? Like the gaps in between like my thoughts, and get these videos out to you. More time, I'm going to try to get on a schedule, okay? From the last videos that I made talking about, hey, I'm going to be making a bunch of videos. I've been trying to get a boat and a truck, and get my stuff ready for my daughter going to college. So, you know, I'm trying to do it. Now we're looking like things are going a little bit better. But this weekend, starting tomorrow actually, I'm fishing the Big Bass Tour. That's a 3-day tournament, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on Table Rock. And biggest bass of the week, the whole weekend, gets a brand new Z18. And the biggest fish of the hour wins like $1,000. The weather is looking absolutely miserable, like super miserable. It's going to like thunderstorms, rains, flooding, like the whole 9 yards. So we'll see how that goes. Like they've already made they've already sent out a text to everybody saying like we're monitoring the weather. So we'll see how it goes. A lot of it's going to be kind of cold and windy too. So we'll see. Hey, maybe I'm gonna rough it out. Maybe not so many other people will, and I can actually win something for a change. We'll see how that goes, though. But hey, the next video we're gonna be talking about all the tackle. You know, the tackle that I got, and what did I go with? What brands did I go with? And how much did I buy? Spoiler alert: I had a budget of. I budgeted out like $2,000, and I was like, that's it. Rods, reels, tackle boxes, tackle, hooks, everything, terminal tackle, everything has to fit within that $2,000. But that will be in the next video. So make sure you are following along, you're doing the like, subscribe thing, all that good stuff. Leave comments. I try to reply to them as best I can and as quick as I can. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.